And good morning to you, boys. Today is Saturday, May 24th. May the 24th be with you and our year of the Lord 2025. I don't know why I said in our year of the Lord, but you know, it is what it is. As always, my name is Addy, and I am coming to you live from my mother's home out in the eastern, as we call it, in the Washington D.C. area. If you ever hear anybody say the Eastern Shore, they're talking about the Eastern Shore of Maryland. So, you know, if you look at Maryland, it's kind of, Maryland has a very weird shape. You know, it has the Chesapeake Bay like kind of going, like cutting it in half almost, but not quite, because there is this sliver of land that's still land up here, up in Elkton. Elkton does not have the best of reputations in Maryland, but you know, who knows how much of that is earned and how much of it is deserved. But then when they talk about the Eastern Shore, so over here, you know, most people live in the Washington, D.C. area, very metropolis, thriving big area. But then if they want to get a break, if they want to go on vacation, they'll usually come over here to like Ocean City. Now, Ocean City is, it's exactly that, right? It's kind of like just a town. And the population swells, of course, in the summers. People flock to the beach, blah, blah, blah. But if you look where Washington is and you look where Ocean City is, there's all this so over here, this body of water here that kind of cuts it in half is the Chesapeake Bay. And on Route 50, right outside of Annapolis, you drive on Route 50 and then you have to go over what is the Chesapeake Bay Bridge, which is actually a very, very huge bridge. I think at some point it was like one of the largest bridges in America or something. I don't know. The point is that it's a massive bridge. But when you leave and when you cross the bridge, then you're in the Eastern Shore. And most people, they're like, well, between the Bay Bridge, which is here, right? Between the Bay Bridge and between Ocean City, what is there? And most people will tell you nothing, because that's a lot of what it is. It's a lot of nothing. Now, of course, in recent years, there are towns and little cities in the Eastern Shore that have kind of grown and grown and grown, but there's still a lot of nothing. My mother, she lives on the Eastern Shore down here. So you see, if you want to get to Ocean City, you take this road, which is Route 50 here, and then you take this right, and then you go down, 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 and then the road kind of goes to the left. Well, right here in this town, Cambridge, is where I am at, but my mother, she doesn't live in downtown Cambridge. Oh no. She said, I don't want to live near people, which I don't blame her. And so she lives out in this little peninsula here, which is nothing. It's a lot of farm, it's a lot of boating, a lot of trees, and that's about it. And honestly, I kind of love it. It's quiet, it's nice. And then, of course, my favorite feature, and probably one of the things that I enjoy most about visiting my mother, other than the fact that I'm seeing the woman who gave birth to me, is this screened-in back porch on which I am on now. It is I love a good screened-in back porch, and this is a wonderful screened-in back porch. The only thing lacking from it, like if I lived here, if I one day inherit this house and decide that I'm going to live in this house, what I would probably do is over here I'd get a couch, and then like right behind me I'd put a TV, because I can just imagine watching my Washington Redskins Commanders football team, watching them play while sitting on a screened-in porch with that nice fall breeze and all the leaves rustling. Oh my God. Anyway, I love a good screened-in back porch. But I don't know how the quality is, because my mother is on a T-Mobile connection. There's no DSL, there's no Wi-Fi, there's nothing like that. I mean, there is Wi-Fi, but the connection to the internet is it is not the greatest. Let's say that. It's not the greatest, but we're going to work with what we have, because that's what we do. We're professionals here, right? Let's just check these things out. Okay, and then I want to get this is not easy. That's not what I want. No. All right, just doing a little behind the scenes preparation here. That's all I'm doing. All right, I think I'm fine with that. Okay, and then did the music stop? What happened to the music? Let's see. Gotta have some music. I don't know what's going on. It's playing. Oh, I somehow stopped it. My bad. All right, there it goes. Okay, so today, what are we going to talk about today? Well, there was a pull request recently that I merged that our good buddy Matthew had put in. Here we are. And this was to upgrade the universal rendering pipeline. Now, I wasn't exactly sure what this did, but from like talking to AI and like reading things, my understanding, and if you have a better understanding, please let me know. But my understanding of going to a universal rendering pipeline, the advantages of that are that you have better fine grained control how things get rendered. For example, if you have a setting and for some reason you need, like, let's say you have a lamp, you have a plate, and you have a cup, and for whatever reason, you need the cup to be drawn first. And I guess with the default rendering pipeline, the built-in rendering pipeline, you could not do that. And so now with the universal rendering pipeline, you have that fine grained control, which is cool. Which I can't think of an instance where that actually will come in handy, but it's nice to know we have that option. Like if we have to get that, and this also seems like something that you would want to use kind of by default, right? Like it's just something that you would just go to. This is like what your project should be set to by default. So I want to move this. Let me do this. Whoops. I want to move. All right, put this here, and then I want to close this. Okay. All right. So I have my little iPad here on the right hand side of me, and I often, like, I'm using it as a second monitor, and I'm using that as a second monitor that you guys can't see, so that I can like look at my corn and stuff over here during the stream, and you guys are none the wiser. Generally, I like to put the OBS application on the second monitor too. However, when I do that, OBS crashes. I don't know why. But it crashes. So I have to keep it in the background on the main monitor. That's the only way I can get it to work consistently. Uh-oh. All right, I got to go inside for a second, boys. Oh, no, I don't. I had to look for a refresher. The quality so far, it seems to be good. Let's see if we add a second stream. Let's see what happens. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and add the YouTube mobile stream and see how that goes. I'm super curious to see how these things, how the internet here holds up. So far, it's been okay. Like during my trip here, I've been with my mother since. Well, let's see. Let me do this first. Okay. Let me see. Easy. Okay. All right. Let me see if this is going to do its thing. Writing a horror game in Unity on a Saturday morning. Next. Going to make it public. I'm getting a little hungry, boys. I haven't had my proper breakfast. I don't know what's going on. I'm starving. I've been so hungry since I've gotten here too. It's been a little ridiculous. Like it's legitimately ridiculous how hungry I have been since I arrived at my mother's. I don't get it. Oh, I can't do it. I don't have the vertical camera installed. Okay, so there will be no mobile chat. Maybe we can use Restream. Let's see, upcoming. I'm going to, actually, let me hide that. How do I want to do this? Is Restream, you know what? I'm going to stick to YouTube. It's just going to be us in this very intimate setting. Really just me talking to myself. I'm going to go get something. I'm going to get a little snack. I'll be right back, boys. I'll be right back. Oh, wait, do I have a be right? Let me create a be right back screen real quick. Let's see. We can duplicate this. Easy. We're going to call this be right back. Okay. And on the be right back screen, we will add a text. Easy. Okay. Oh, okay. Be right back. The name is already in use. Oh, okay. Well, can I just add it then? Let's see. I want to add text. Oh, wait. Well, okay. Is it in use because... All right, so let's just do this. Be right back. Text. And then we'll have that. This, we got that. I think we're cooking with fire now, boys. We got this, man. We are good. Just need to give it a background, and then I think, let's see, how do I give it a background? Background defaults, okay. Oh, here we go. Scroll down. Got it. Outline. Drop shadow. Nice. Nice. Now if I could just give it a background. Is there no way to give it a background by default? You have to, I guess you have to draw. Let me see. I can do this. Let's see. Color source. Be right back. Text backgrounds. Okay. Easy. Easy. Okay. Do that. Okay. Not quite. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there, boys. Don't worry about it. We're getting there. Ah! Why is this... I don't want it to auto-adjust. How do I turn that off? I know there's a way to turn it off. I just don't remember what it is. Stretch to screen, I think. Okay, so I can stretch it. Alright. Perfect. Oh, shit. Okay, that's perfect. And then we're also going to have the be right back screen. We're going to have the be right back screen. We're going to hide the capture. Or hide the video capture. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Turn that off, turn that off, turn that off. Okay. Alright, boys. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I promise. I'll be right back. All right, fellas. All right. So, as I was mentioning about the universal rendering pipeline, it gives you more control, more fine-grained control over how things get rendered in your scene. The issue I am seeing is that the forward markers I had on the NPCs, they're gone. Well, they're not gone. They're just invisible. I'm here. This is a prefab. If I go to the prefab, let's go to the prefab. NPC patrolman. That's what he is. So look. Here he is, but did you notice that even in the little so if I go down here and I click on the NPC patrolman, he has the forward marker over here on the right-hand side, right? But he does not have it on the actual model. So let's open him up. So you can see the forward marker is drawn. I mean, it's kind of drawn, right? It's still in the... It's still here. It's still an object on the capsule. It's just... It has no color. I wonder if this is something that needs to be upgraded, because the PR that Matthew did to change this from the built-in pipeline to the universal rendering pipeline, that PR was huge. It was massive. And I've talked about this before, but it was very much a YOLO PR. And what I mean by that is, at work, sorry for chewing in your face or in your ear. At work, I started a trend where people will use the term YOLO to describe basically merging something that hasn't been tested properly. And it's like, yeah, I'm just going to YOLO it. Or like, hey man, like YOLO it. Like when you're low on resources and you don't have, like, our QE is really busy, and you don't have anybody else to really test what's happening. Yeah, no. You know what? YOLO it. Just put it in, merge it. I mean, it's not going to production for a few more months, so just merge it. It'll get tested internally, and we'll see. And then another word. Another phrase I created at work that I started using at work that now other people use is marinate. When you make a change in your code, and sure, QE can test it, but you make the change and it still needs to kind of, you want it to marinate, which is when you have different teams consuming your code, or not your code, but the compiled result of your code, and multiple teams need that for their own work. And so that in and of itself is some form of testing, right? Even if they're not directly testing it, they're still using your product. So it's a good kind of regression test without actually explicitly doing regression testing. So this concept of you make a change, you push it into your builds, and then having other teams in the company just kind of consume it naturally for their own work. I would always say, yeah, I think, I want this. I really want to get this change in now because I know QE is going to test it, but I want it to marinate for a while. And then other people have used that because I mean, look at me. I am a trendsetter. If anything, I begin trends. Trends start with me. Okay, so the question is, why is this forward marker? Like, again, the forward marker is here. It's even there. So I'm guessing something about the... Let's ask AI. Let's explain the situation to AI. I'm going to get my AI window off screen. Let's check that out off screen. Okay, I know. I'm hilarious. Okay, here we go. We got this back here. All right, boys. Okay, so let's see. Recently, the British Terror, aka Matthew, did a PR change where he upgraded, and I'm putting that into quotes, upgraded the rendering pipeline from the built-in pipeline. Wow. Okay, like tinnitus or something. That was weird. Okay. Rendering pipeline from the built-in pipeline to URP, Universal Rendering Pipeline. Things seem to be working well, except on my NPCs, I have a capsule. A capsule that marks the front of them. Okay. On my NPCs, which are capsules, I don't think is it a capsule or what is it? This is one thing that I really wish Unity did, because when I do this create, right, and I can create like a 3D object, a cube, a sphere, or I can go down to light and spotlight, point, like, it seems to be difficult to get that information as to what that is after the fact. Like, forward marker, I think I used sphere, maybe? I'm not 100% sure, so I really don't know. I'm just kind of creating a new one. Yeah, I think that might have been what I created. Okay, so I think we can delete that. Okay, which are capsules? I have an object that marks the front of them. I think it's a sphere, or I'm not sure what it is. You told me months ago how to do this. But what I do know is that after this URP upgrade, the object is no longer visible. Help. And like, I couldn't even remember how I set the color on those things. I have no memory. Okay, the URP introduces stricter rendering behavior than the built-in pipeline, especially concerning materials, shaders, layer visibility. If your front marker, sphere, or other object is no longer visible in the NPC capsules after the upgrade, the issue is likely one of the following. Alrighty. Let's do this. Okay, 1. Alright. Missing or unsupported shader. If the object used a built-in legacy shader, URP will not render it. URP requires a compatible shader. To fix this, in the mesh renderer's material, change the shader to universal pipe. Okay, so let's see. In the mesh renderer's material. Okay. All right. We have nothing. Oh, wait. It's not selectable. Edit shader. Oh dear. Oh dear. No, that's not what I want. Sprite Unity default material, and then I see this drop down here. Yeah, I have no idea. Like, that's I guess there's another material. Okay, let's see what the other options are. Because I don't know what AI wants from me. Missing material after URP upgrade. Sometimes during URP conversion, materials get stripped or set to none. Check if the object has a valid material assigned. If not, assign a new material using a URP. Okay. Let's see. So we're down here. Check if the object has a valid material assigned. I mean, I think so. I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. But what if I do this? Remove unused property. Okay. And I didn't remove it. Remove unused property. No, it's not letting me. All right. Okay, what if we just add a material, right? Okay. In the mesh renderer material, change. No. I think it has something to do with the material, but I don't know enough. Okay, what if I just add a component? Okay, if I add material. No. Aren't materials... Ah, wait, I got a couple materials down here. Father, son, capsule material. Son, capsule material. Delete after use. Oh, so this is the material. Okay. Just stop for a minute. Stop. Razman, you have so many global nightmares. You wake up at 7 a.m. to program. Take a chill, singleton pill, and get some sleep. Dude, I was asleep at 10 o'clock. I got plenty of sleep. The night before, I didn't sleep very well. Like Thursday night. Thursday night was horrible. Woke up at 12:30. Woke up at 2:30. Woke up at 3:30. After 3:30, I could not fall asleep. Tossed and turned until 5 when I got out of bed. And so I got out of bed, I did some stuff, blah, 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 blah. And then around 7:30-ish, I got back in bed because I was like, okay, I'm tired now. Got back in bed, stayed in bed till 10:30. And then I was like, well, I have a meeting at 11. So Thursday was just awful. It was just an awful day. Thursday night was an awful night for sleep. And then I was talking to my mother, and she's like, well, you know, I have these Ambien extended release pills. Why don't you take one of those? I was like, let's do that. Let's do that. So I took an Ambien extended release. I took 2 gabapentin, because gabapentin, if I don't take gabapentin for a few days and then I take a gabapentin, I usually sleep pretty well. So I took 2 gabapentin, 1 Ambien CR, out. Fell asleep around 10:30, got out of bed around 5:45. Good sleep. That's 7 solid hours of sleep. Like, I feel like these days, if I can get 7 solid hours, that's good. I feel like I don't need 8 anymore. But I'm getting older, and don't they say that, like, older people need less sleep? I don't know. Anyway, how do I fix this? I want to fix this. Okay, let's do this. Instead of trying to fix this one, wait a minute. So I still don't understand, like, what a material is. Like I don't quite understand, like, material to texture. Like, what's the difference? And I'm still a little fuzzy on that. All right, let's do this. Okay, I'm not really seeing anything. Let's change gears. Instead of telling me how to fix what I have, tell me how to add a new forward marker, which is just a simple black circle that will sit roughly where the eyes would be. And Razman, what are you doing up at? What are you doing up this early, Razman? Mister, I'm applying for 6 jobs. Mister, like, what are you doing up, huh? I don't even want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, Razman. Also, does the chat look good on the screen? This is a new computer. Well, not a new computer, but it's a... Yeah, it looks fine. I think it looks good. All right. Okay. Using a 3D sphere scaled... Let's see. Create a material. Parent. All right, let's see. Let's just do what AI recommends. Let's see. In the hierarchy, right-click NPC game. I'm just going to do this in the prefab. Right-click NPC object, 3D object sphere. Let's see. Oh, where did I put it? Let's see. Okay. Rename it forward marker. Okay. Set its transform. Position it. Adjust to eye level. Okay. 0, 1.6, 0.25. Is that because of this? No. Strange. Alright, I'm not going to dwell too much on it. Whoa. What's going on here? Oh, it is a sphere. Oh, duh, because I told it to be a sphere. But the original forward marker was... This is the thing. This is what's driving me nuts about Unity. I click on this. It doesn't tell me what it is. Static. Oh, this is so annoying. All right. I have an idea, though. I have an idea. we're going to look at, okay, this is the one I created yesterday when trying to fix this. We're going to look at this. Razman says, I woke up to do laundry and watch a DevOps course. Okay, good. Good. Unity materials are basically the singletons of the rendering world. You and singletons. Because if you don't explicitly clone them, everyone shares the same one. Just like your precious singleton pattern. One material to rule them all. Look, it is not my precious. I am not the one who is in love with the singleton pattern, okay? I do not worship the singleton god. No, like, all hail the singleton. All hail the singleton. No, that's not me. That's you. That's you, Mr. Razman. It's Danny says, hello, what you trying to do? I am trying to add I'm trying to add a goddamn forward marker to the capsule. Okay, forward marker. It doesn't even tell you in the code what it is. I mean, I'm guessing that's probably because they don't need to know. Because if I look at the old one here, well, let's, now I can't look. Oh, wait, I disabled it. If I look at the old one, right? It's nice and flat. I don't remember if I created it with a sphere or something else. I don't think I created it with a sphere. I don't remember dealing with this. So let's get rid of that. What did I use to... But of course, I have no way of knowing what I used. Okay, maybe we should just fix this one. Material. Okay, what if I do this? Okay, so the material component went away, and then I add a new material. I still don't understand, like, materials. Are materials textures? Is that essentially what they are? Do I need them? Why can't I just make it black, right? I just want a circle that's black. How can I do that? Okay. Small circle. See, because, okay, here's the thing. Okay, we have a sprite renderer, right? So that says to me, okay, I'm going to have a sprite that you're going to render. So you define the sprite. The sprite is essentially a JPEG, a PNG. It's an image file. An image, essentially. Not a file, but it's an image. But to me, but you can set a material to the sprite. But to me, the sprite is the material. Because okay, let's back up. Let's back up. Okay, I'm trying to get this conceptually. Because you have your objects, which, let's go with a shape, right? Everything's a shape. The capsule here is a shape. And now I can put a material onto it, like a camouflage. I can put camouflage onto this pink capsule in front of us. But I don't understand the relationship of, like, isn't that the material? So how does a sprite have a material? Because the sprite is the material. Like, can somebody explain that to me? Like, I don't understand. It's the material contains textures. But again, to me, material and texture kind of seem like the same thing. Like, you have your shape, and then you can put decorations onto the shape, which is basically the material or the texture. Like, you put a texture onto it, which again is just an image. So it can have many materials. Or do you mean that a material can have many textures? No, I don't quite follow. And then so like this, I have this sprite renderer. Like, what? Really? What? Like, it doesn't make... So materials can contain many textures and shaders. Okay. So a material is kind of like an aggregate of many textures and shaders. I'm guessing shaders are basically modifiers to the textures, right? So if I have a bright green texture, I can add a shader to it maybe to make it dark. That's kind of how I'm trying to compartmentalize things in my mind. Let me know if that sounds reasonable. But why would... Okay, so a material is kind of like the parent object. So a material contains many textures and shaders. That makes sense. But a sprite having a material, that doesn't make sense. Oh. And also, I have no idea what this forward marker is. It's a sprite renderer. It told me to use a sprite. Okay, let's go the route of what the AI said. Let's go the route that the AI told me to do. Where'd the AI go? The AI told me it told me to use a sphere. Okay, what the hell? Because maybe a sphere is better, because then we can scale it down and it'll be like two little spherical eyeballs. Okay, let's go that route. So that makes sense to me. Create 3D object sphere. Okay, and then this says 1.6025. Okay, so we put the sphere should have the coordinate system according to the capsule. So now we have position at 1 point. Okay, so we don't have to want that at 0, which means it's like inside of it, I guess. Why? Okay, we'll adjust it manually, but I'm just going to go with the instructions of the AI for now. 1.6. No. 1.6. Which is above the sprite, or I'm sorry, above the capsule, and then 0.25 for the Z. Okay, so this makes no sense to me, but that's all right. Razman says, so the materials can contain, yes, in properties in like metallic. A sprite does not contain materials, but you can apply a material to a sprite. But wouldn't that just overwrite the sprite? Like, a sprite to me is an image. Like that, or, okay, like, I know a sprite because you have, like, sprite sheets. I know that. I know that you have a sprite. Like, the sprite is, the source of a sprite is an image. And then, like, if you want to animate it, you could have, you define the cells within the image and all of that. But applying a material to a sprite doesn't make sense to me. Like, what does that application look like? Like, because the sprite is just an image, and now you have this other image, and you're just combining two images together. Is that what it is? So let's say you want to make an aura to your player. This will be your basic sprite. Simple, no animation, so you create a material to modify the sprite. But what is the sprite? Is the sprite the player in your example? Yeah, I'm lost. All right, let's go with this for now. Let's go with this. Okay. Rename it. Forward mark. I'm just going to leave there now. In the project, create material, black circle. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so we're going to apply a material, but we got to do it in the project. Okay. Create material. What happened? Create material. Okay. Okay. Forward marker material. Okay. Now, so now we need to name, okay, we name it whatever. Set the shader to unlit. URP unlit shader. Okay, easy. Set the shader to URP unlit. Okay. Tonic front. I do not see an option for a shader. Set base color to pure black. I see base map. Ugh, okay. This is Unity 6. I see no option for shader. This is Unity 6. Not sure is in the house. I was looking at rigging. Animation skins. It's a pain in the ass. It is a pain in the ass. Okay. Create and apply a flat black circle in Unity 6 with URP. Okay. Let's delete this. It looks like AI is abandoning that path. All right. I still have this sphere up here. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. Easy. Easy. Okay. And then we have the forward marker that doesn't work anymore, thanks to Matthew. All right. No, that was a dig at Matthew, but it was a joke, Matt. It was a joke. I appreciate, like, Matthew is, like, it was a joke, okay? It was a joke. It was a joke. Even though he did fuck it up. It's a joke. It's a joke. Just calm down. Just calm down. All right. Okay. Rename it to, okay. Hierarchy. Right click on your NPC 3D object. I'm just going to do it in the prefab. 3D object sphere. Create 3D object sphere. Okay. Perfect. Forward marker 2. Okay. Set transform.local position to approximately block. Okay. Transform. Okay, give me back the options. I'm going to get, I wish it did say local position, but it doesn't. It just, okay, the local position of this game object. Okay. 0. 1.6. 0.25. I don't know where it gets that from, but whatever. Okay. Add YZ depending on your capsule height. Okay, perfect. It's telling me to, adjust it accordingly. Set local scale to 0, 1, 0. Okay. 0, 1, so scale. 0.1, 0.01, and 0.1. Okay. All right. Easy. I like that. Let's make sure it's still even. I might want it a little bit bigger. Let's we can play with the scale later. Because I can't see it. All right, we're just gonna do this. That's weird. Okay, whatever. I've lost what front is, but that's okay. We'll figure it out later. This flattens the disc. Okay, let's do that. Whoa, no. Let's make it flat because I think I'm struggling now to kind of tell like what's the front, what's happening. But that's not how I want it flattened, is it? Oh, whatever. I guess I can take. Yeah, like that's how I want it flattened. Okay, create a URP compatible material. Right click, create material, black circle material. Okay, so I got to do this in the project. Create material. Then we're going to... Why does it do that? Why? Create material, black circle material. Okay, perfect. With the new material selected in the inspector at the top of the material, click the shader drop down. Okay. Oh, there it is. It was there all along. Okay, so it's already selected to Universal Rendering Pipeline. Oh, select Universal Rendering Unlit. Okay, now we're cooking with fire. With the new material selected, okay, we did that. Scroll down to find the base map. Got it. Select a new color for the base map. We're gonna go with black. Let's go with black. Let's go with black. Perfect. Is that 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see. Wow. Not sure says no other way to do it, unfortunately. Rigging, animation, and skins. Yeah. I was looking at there are a couple programs that can do, what is it where you move, what is that called? Like captioning, motion capture, where you can dance, and then you can, but back in the day they had to wear and they still do it today, where they wear those like green suits so they can do the motion capture and then they can hook it up to an animation. But now with AI, like, you don't even need a green suit, and you can literally just do it with your iPhone. Just put your iPhone there, and then just do your dance or whatever, and then you can import it into Blender, make an animation, and then you can put it into Unity. And but of course you got to pay like $50 for the app. But still, it's like, I don't know. It's pretty, like, the possibilities are pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Good luck in your endeavors, Mr. Addy. I hope to see this game on Steam one day. Lucifer Otto, you will see this. You will see it. Now, it might be 50 years from now, but you will see it on Steam one day. You will see, because we like slow progress. Are you building a mannequin? Not sure says. Might as well just import a skinned rig. No, I just want to put. So remember, not sure. Remember the NPCs? They had those black circles on there so that we could tell like what direction the thing was looking at. Well, Matthew upgraded the rendering pipeline to the universal rendering pipeline, which is an improvement, and I'm glad he did it because it looked like a lot of work, and I very much appreciate it. But the eyes on the NPCs don't work anymore, and so I'm trying to fix that, and it's actually turning out to be quite an endeavor. Okay, so it looks like, why isn't this sphere black then? Okay, whoa, wait a minute. Okay, well, let's just see what else it does. Okay, set it to black. Okay, assign a material. Drag black circle material onto the forward marker in the hierarchy. Okay, so forward marker. So is there a place to drag it? Or do I just... So I see material lit. Do I just drag it here? Oh, apparently. Okay, good. That's good. Wait a minute. I wonder if the problem was... Wait a minute. We gotta see this. How's the music level? Can you hear the music? Is the music all right? So I'm at my mother's. I'm sitting on her beautiful screened-in back porch. Not sure. I was talking about since you live in the same area as me. Not sure. I'm over on the Eastern Shore, and I was. Well, that's quite a delay. I was explaining. That lamp looks all messed up. I was explaining to people. I was explaining about the Eastern Shore, Maryland, and how between Annapolis and Ocean City, there's nothing, right? It's just farms. And, the occasional town like Easton and Salisbury and Cambridge and a couple of others. But those are the main ones. And so my mother, she lives outside of Cambridge, but closer to the water. And it's just so quiet and peaceful. And literally, she has this beautiful screened-in back porch. I'll show you. Like, this just gorgeous screened-in back porch. Oh, I love it. And so I just love sitting out here and working and just sitting out here. And now I'm streaming with you fine fellows, which is great. Okay. Okay, I want to... It's also a lot darker, actually, but I can kind of fix that kind of easily. And we might do this... Do that. I love the air near the shore. Yeah, I do too. And actually, it's a really beautiful morning because it's like I'm looking at it's 60 degrees, so it's a little chilly, not too bad, but oh, it's beautiful. Okay, so let's see. So here's what I'm talking about. Let me run over to him. Like, I don't know what direction he's looking at, and now he's not even working. Let me see. Let me do something here. Don't destroy. Oh, I don't know what that is. Okay, NPC patrolman. Okay, is that his? Why is he floating there? Stop it.
Please, you're under arrest.
Oh, is that his assigned spot and he's trying to go to the assigned spot, maybe? No. Is he just falling? What is going on? I'm so confused. Yeah, he's just... Is the whole terrain uneven? Lisa says, Addy, Lisa. Razman, is darker due to the universal pipeline. Now you have lit and unlit objects. Fair. Wow, Bloom looks crazy good. Mm-hmm. But I want to know why our guy is moving now. Like, he should just be sitting still. Okay. I want to add, before I forget, what intensifier do I want? I want to pump the lighting up a little bit. We might, like, during the game, in release mode, like, that's another thing that kind of bugs me about Unity, is that there's no release or debug mode. It would be nice. It would be nice. But there are ways you can kind of fake it. I was reading about that. Let me see if I pump this up. Ah! No. Okay, so we'll go to like 1.15 maybe on the intensity. Oh God, I got to. The sun is reflecting off the table and it's getting right in my eyes. Give me a second. Actually, boys, give me a couple minutes. I'll be right back. I'm making some breakfast really quick because I've just been going in and snacking on Oreos, which is probably not a good breakfast. So I'm just making some oatmeal. I'm going to put some peanut butter with some walnuts and some peanut butter granola and maybe a little bit of jelly. Mix it all up. It's going to be delicious, but give me like 3 minutes. All right. Lisa's in charge while I'm gone. Lisa, hold down the fort. And if she's gone already, not sure, you're in charge. Keep an eye on Razvan. We can't trust him. You know how those people are. And I'm talking about Canadians. I'm going back out on the porch. Oh, boys. All right, boys. I'm back. Oh, did you leave me? Okay. Oh, everybody left. It's not as great because I can't find the... My mother. So, my mother's house. It's very clean. It's very, very tidy, very clean. No dust anywhere, nothing that needs vacuuming or scrubbing. Like, it's a very clean house. But you open up any closet, any drawer, in any cabinet, it is stuffed with shit. With shit. Just now it's not like old or rackety shit, but like I was making dinner a couple days ago because my mother, she had this hip surgery, and so I've been looking after her. I'll be here for a few more days. And it's nice. It's a nice respite. It's nice. It's quiet. And I like spending time with my mom. She's getting older, and spend time with your parents if you can. And, but I'm cooking, and I just open up a cabinet, and it's filled with like plates and bowls. Like there's like 3 or 4 different like sets of plates and bowls and shit. And then I open up another drawer. It's martini glasses and wine glasses and champagne glasses. My mother lives alone and she doesn't drink. And I'm like, why do you have all this stuff? Well, just on the special occasion in case I need it. Have you ever needed it before? Well, no, but you never know. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, because I was looking at, and I'm looking in the fridge, because I bought some sodas, and I bought some, like when I came here, I bought some food, I bought some drinks, and I'm looking for space. I'm looking for space in the refrigerator to be able to put my stuff in it. The refrigerator is packed with, like, just with stuff. There's so much stuff. It drives me nuts. Like she has like all these board games, and like those, I would be willing to bet that of this board game collection, because there's this one closet that is just stuffed with board games, I would be willing to bet that not a single board game has been touched in 20 years. 20 years. But the refrigerator is the most ridiculous thing. She lives alone, and there's just, and it's not messy, it's just stuff that she just will not get rid of because, well, you never know when you're going to need it. Well, I need it, like, you know, I bought. So I told her, we're going to go through the fridge. We're going to go through the fridge, and we're going to look at what she needs and what she doesn't need, because I promise you, she does not need 80% of that shit. 80% of the shit in the fridge. And the freezer too. The freezer's just stuffed with just frozen this, frozen. Oh my God, it just reminds me of my house, because my wife is the same way. Just like, except my wife is like that with clothes. Well, you know, you never know when I might have to go to a cocktail dinner or to a ballet or to a wall. You know, like, oh my God. Like I guarantee you that like 90% of the clothes my wife owns have been worn at most once. And I would guess that even a large portion of those have been worn 0 times. Oh my God, it drives me nuts. You know me? Like, I have been, like, over the years, as I've been traveling a lot, check out my travel channel at Addy Goes Places. As I've been traveling more, I've gotten a really good sense of the things that I use the most and what I don't. And so, like, my packing skills are on point. Like, I have gotten, like, if I'm going to be gone for like 3 months, okay, 10 pairs of socks, 10 pairs of boxers, because, you know, gotta have a washing machine, but 10 pairs is good. Like, it sounds like a lot, but, you know, if you're going to be gone for 3 months, 10 pairs. If I'm gone for 3 months, I'm thinking 3 t-shirts, 1 long sleeve shirt, 1 pair of jeans, 1 pair of like Lululemon sweatpants, and that's about it. And then probably just 1 pair of shoes, the ones that I wear on the airport. Like, I've got my packing down like very, very minimally. But oh my God, just the amount, and it's just stuff. I was looking for jelly. I want to put jelly in my oatmeal. I can't find the jelly in the fridge because there's so much stuff. I'm gonna go back and look for the jelly. Because it's driving me nuts. Now I'm angry I can't find it. I'll be right back. All right. Well, there's no jelly, but there's 3 different types of yeast. Not sure. It says wait. Lululemon makes stuff for men. Yeah, they do. They actually make a bunch of stuff for men. I have I have 3 pairs of their pants, which are super comfortable. I usually wear them when I travel. I will usually wear the Lululemon pants. I will usually wear those while I'm in transit, and then I'll pack like a pair of jeans. I mean, that's it for 3 months. That's it. And then I pack 2 sets of pajamas, right? Because like I have, like, surely everybody's like this. Like, first thing I do, like if I'm at work, if I'm at the office for a day, first thing I do when I come home, put everything down. First thing I do, clothes off, jammies on. That's it. Even if it's 2 in the afternoon, clothes off, jammies on. It's jammy pants all the time. My ex-girlfriend and I, when we used to live together, it was always like, it's jammy pants time, motherfucker. Like, loved it. Jammy pants time. Yeah. So when I travel, 2 sets of jammy pants, which, I mean, jammy pants are just shorts and a shirt that are comfortable. And gotta have a hat. And then usually like 2 hoodies, but there's just so much stuff in this house. It is incredible how much stuff. And I get it. Because when I bought my house, so I lived in a 1-bedroom condo. I had a cat for 17 years. And she died in 2018. And when she died, I was single. And it was like she died, and I was like, this is purge time. I threw away so much. After she died, I threw away all the cat stuff, right? Because I didn't need it. Like her litter box and her bed and stuff like that, threw it all away. But when I was throwing her stuff away, I was like, you know what? This is just the start. And then I started throwing away all kinds of shit I didn't need. And it was very, very minimal. Then I started dating my wife. And she moved all her stuff into my 1-bedroom condo. But still, it was a lot, but it still fit into my 1-bedroom condo. So then we moved into my house. Maybe like 6 months later, we moved into my house, which is a 4-bedroom, 2,700 square foot house. So it's not huge, but it's not small. Lots of room. So we went from this 900 square foot apartment to this 2,700 square foot house. And it was empty. Like when we moved into the house, it was beautiful. We had so much room, so much empty space. It was wonderful. Then my wife, every fucking day, and we got into so many fights about it, because every day she would just come home, and I'd be home already, and she'd come home, she'd be like, can you help me? And I'm like, what? I'm like, what? She's like, I bought some stuff, can you help me? And she just kept buying stuff, and like, just like these tables and a beanbag chair. And I'm like, why are you getting a beanbag chair? Because I want it. What? Oh my, there was so much fucking, and now we've been in that house for, it'll be 6 years this year we've been in that house. And there's just so much shit everywhere. And 80% of it is my wife's. 80%. Just stuff. Like, stop with the stuff. Why do you need it? Just that she has like these little, like in the kitchen, there's these little things, like these little boxes with water, and some guy kind of like bounces back and forth with these little fake fish. And I'm like, why? And she has like there's this huge cake decoration set that takes up all this space in the cabinets. I've never seen her. No, she used it one time when she decided that, and this was another fight that we got into, because for my birthday, all I ask for my birthday, I don't ask for presents. I mean, presents are welcome, of course, but I don't ask for presents. The only thing I ask for from my wife on my birthday, no, get your mind out of the gutter, The only thing I ask for is a yellow cake with a very, very thin layer of chocolate icing. all I want. You can literally go to the grocery store, buy a box, cook that, and put a very thin layer of chocolate icing, and I will be happy. That is all I ask for on my birthday. That's all I want. So one birthday, this is the only time I've seen my wife use that cake decoration set. I tell her this, she's like, "Oh no, I'm gonna get you cake. You're gonna love it." I'm like, "No, I just want a yellow chocolate. No, I'm gonna get you a cake. I'm gonna get you a cake." She gets me this like chocolate cake and all this like elaborate icing and just this like happy birthday Addie all written on it and icing, and it's just icing and just, and I'm just like, and she's like, "Do you love it?" And I'm like, "Thank you." And she's like, "Happy birthday." And like I eat it, and then she's like, "Well, do you want more?" And I'm like, "No, not really." And I didn't even finish what I had on my plate. And so she's like, "You don't like the cake?" And I'm like, "Not really. I don't like it. Like, not really. Not really." What? Because she got me what she wanted. She got me what she wanted to get me. She didn't get me what I wanted her to get me. And so she gets this. So we got into this fight because, well, I didn't like the cake that she got me. And I'm like, well, it's not that I didn't like it. It's just that I didn't like it. Oh my God. So that cake decoration set, that's the only time I've ever seen that cake decoration set get used in my house. Everything, like, and so it just sits in this cabinet, taking up the whole side of a single cabinet. And it's just like, can we throw this one? No, you can't throw it away. Oh my God. Just, it just so much stuff. And I think another thing that like women don't understand, well, that's not fair. I think in a lot of cases where it is, in the cases where it is the man footing the bill, which, you know, that's not always the case, but definitely those cases do exist, where the man takes the lion's shares of the bill, or pays the lion's share of the bills and everything like that. I think what it is like every little additional thing is like a, hold on a second. Ugh. Are you okay? All right, I'm shutting this. But every little additional thing that the person buys, that every little like table or lamp or cake decoration set or this or that, every little thing is like a little, it's like a little weight. It's like a little weight on your back, right? Because you already carry so much responsibility, and every little thing that your wife buys, oh, here's another thing to put on your back. Here's another thing to carry. Here's another thing, and it's like, oh my God, stop! Oh, it's terrible. When I used to have a job, my wife used to have the same conversation with me. Why there is a new CPU box? Why is there a new RTX GPU? Why is there a new old TV, OLED TV? Yeah. I need to get rid of all my stuff. My place is 2,400 square feet and it's full of crap. Yeah. Like that. My house is about the same size, filled with crap. I used to work with this guy, and his house burned down. Right. This happened while we worked together, and he was out for like a couple of days. It's like nobody was hurt, not even his animals. He got his cats, he got his dogs out, all his children, his wife. Nobody was hurt, but the house was leveled. The house was ashes, and I remember talking to him about it. I was like, how are you doing? Blah blah blah. And he was like, he's like, it's sad because I lost boxes with pictures and letters, things like that. You lose that. That's kind of sad. But he was like, but in a way, it's really freeing. It's like you feel liberated because you don't have all this shit just weighing you down. Like I get that. Like I'm like that's it. I get it. It sounds pretty amazing. Why are you watching your back? I heard my mother, but so there, right here on this side there's a screen door that goes inside, and I had the door open, and I could hear my mom because she had hip surgery, and so she's using a walker temporarily while she heals, and I could hear it. So, I'm debating either moving to Europe or becoming a digital nomad. I have a minivan. Do the digital nomad. So I pseudo do digital nomad, right? Like check out my travel channel, Addie Goes Places. So I'll go to these places for like a month, 2 months, 3 months, and then come home. If you want to travel and you are able to do the digital nomad thing, highly recommend. I would actually recommend you do it better than I do, because the most I stay at a place is like 3 weeks. Um, I would recommend you, if you really want to get to know a place, stay there for a month. That's what I would love to do. I'd love to get rid of all my shit. I'd love to like rent my house out, because I have 2 rental properties, and I'd like to make my current house a rental property. Just rent that out, and legally change my address to my mother's house here, and just month here, month here, month here. I would love to do that. I want to do that so bad, but no, I had to go get married. I love my wife. Afraid she's coming after you after that. Maybe. Your stuff starts to own you. It absolutely does. You don't own your things own you. And no, it's like, I don't know. Like, part of me, like, my relationship with my wife is very odd, because we spend a lot of time apart, and I think it works for us. Oh man, but part of me, like, like one of my rental properties, it's paid off. It's like, let's just take everything, let's just move it. You can live there, and I'll come home every few months to see you. That's kind of what I want to do. Oh God, I don't know. But there was this beautiful period after my cat died. I loved my cat, but then she passed away, and I was single. And there was this span of about 5 months where I had no cat. So I just had no responsibilities. I remember telling somebody at work, it was like, I want to minimize my responsibilities. I want as little responsibility as possible. And for like 5 months, I had a rent. I was renting a condo. So I had this cheap rent. The rent was cheap. I was making good money. And I had no girlfriend, no pets, no children, no nothing. And what did I do? I went and fucked it all up by getting married, buying a house, and getting 3 pets. I'm using this as therapy. That's what this is. This isn't programming in the morning. This is therapy in the morning. All right. Oh, the game's running. So I want to see what's going on. I know why the doors are like that. I got to fix the doors. I just haven't done it yet, because I rotated the building, but I didn't rotate the doors. And since they open and close, you have to manually set the rotations. I just need to go in and set the rotations. Well, where'd our guy go? Is he? Oh my God. Dude, what are you doing over here? Oh my God, is that him? Don't do it, man. Don't do it. Don't do it. Your life's not that bad. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I'll find you. Please, you're under arrest. I'll find you. Please, you're under arrest.
If I give him... So he's sliding. So I need to... Can I give him mass? If I give him more mass... Let me minimize that. If I give him more mass, that should help with that, right?
You're under arrest.
So if I give him 500. Or what about linear dampening? 5. Whoa!
I'll find you.
Okay.
Please, you're under arrest.
So look, he's sliding. Okay, what if he doesn't use gravity? What then? Is kinematic. Kinematic means can be affected by physics,
I'll
right?
find you.
So it is interesting that he didn't start sliding until after the universal render pipeline. Now, it could be coincidence. I think it's coincidence, but I'm not 100% sure. That is weird. I know my mother's gonna be like, "What were you talking about out there? I heard what you were talking about, man. I don't have too much stuff. I can hear it already." Right. Matt did replace all the terrain, right? I think so. I'm not too sure. I wish he was here, and then we could ask him, but he's not here, obviously. Okay, maybe we can just replace the material on this. So this was that. If I remove it, no, wait. Forward marker. What? What? I don't understand what's happening. What? Why? Oh my god! Oh my stars and garters! Why does that thing? Why does it have all those sparkles around it? What happened? Razman, what happened, Razman? You're the Unity expert now. What happened? Since Matthew's not here. The lights aren't on. God damn it. What did I say I wanted to change the lighting to? I'm going to do that right now because I keep forgetting to do it. About 1. Maybe 0.8. Okay, let's do that. Window. All right. Not sure. It says we might just need to make new assets. Maybe. Okay, more lighting. That's good.
Please, you are under arrest.
That looks like he's pathfinding. That doesn't look like he's sliding. Okay, that looks like he might be sliding. I hear my mother inside. What is going on, man? What has happened? Okay. I see one thing I did wrong. I edited the wrong prefab. So if we go down to prefabs. Let me try this one. Okay, this is our guy. Oh, he has the circles around him too. I don't know what that means. Okay, but we can learn some stuff from this forward marker, from this other one. So it's 0. Okay, so it's 0.072. No. Actually, I want the rotation. I'm mostly concerned about the rotation of the. Okay, so it's negative 8.791, negative 8.791, 1.562. Excuse me, and 5. Okay. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so let's change this one to the same rotation. Negative 8. negative 8.791. Okay. The y is going to be what 1.562. Okay. Oh wait, I'm doing scale. Okay. Okay. Negative 8.791. Okay. And then 1.562. Okay. 1.562. And then 5.422. 5.422. So this should have the same. Yes, it does. Okay, so I can see the other one. Okay, because I brought it out. Why does it disappear like that? You see? Look at that. Is it because I can only look at it? Oh, I don't understand. It's like the backside's not being rendered. Okay. Not sure. Says he went over the road. He did, like, but it looked. It could just be gravity is pulling him, but the pathfinding had to do some pathfinding about how it would continue to slide. Maybe I don't know. It's a sombrero. I'm not sure. It says is it 0 thickness? 0.1 all around. What is with these sparkles? Why does it have sparkles? Okay, let me try the same thickness as the other one. So the thickness is 010101. Scale, I mean. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing. 01. 0101. Okay. So that looks. Let's see. Okay. Let's put it down. It does look pretty smaller than the other one. I don't know. I don't think it needs a collider. Let's see. Let's make it a little bit bigger. I don't know why that one's smaller, but okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if this makes sense. I'm mad at Matthew. This is all Matthew's fault. Right. He was like, "Hey, how can I mess up this guy's project? I know what I can do." Matthew, I'm kidding. Mostly. Okay, that's it.
Please, you're under arrest.
Okay, so he should look at me when he's in this state. Okay, and he is. Okay, perfect. And then we can place that forward marker in a better position, but it's pretty good. I'm gonna push it down. Make it a little bigger. Yeah. Oh God. What? What do you mean? All right, one time. All right, guys. Let me help my mom. I'll be right back. What's up? if you need me. Oh boy. All right, guys, I'm back. Did you guys leave me? Is it just me, or I feel like every woman in my life, my daughter might be the exception, but every woman in my life thinks I have supersonic hearing. Like, I'll be like in another room and then I'll hear them talking, but I can't understand what they're saying because I just hear that they're talking. I can't hear the words, but they're having a whole conversation with me. And I'm like, I can't hear you. Like, they seem to think you have supersonic hearing. Oh, I don't understand it. Like, people, like, we cannot hear through walls. We cannot. Okay, let's see if this works better. I would be curious to know why the old one broke, though. Whoop. Yeah, I think I think that looks pretty good. It still looks a little off-centered. Maybe it could come down a little bit, but I think for the most part it's pretty I think it's pretty on point. Down a little, bring it over a little. I kind of want to rotate. If I want to rotate like that, that is about the Z axis, right? Okay, and then we have to update the sun NPC too, the green guy.
Please, you are under arrest.
Rotation. It's the scale. It has to be the scale. Oh, I know what. Okay.
Please, you are under arrest.
That doesn't look like what we did, though. This is the NPC. Okay, so maybe it's just the fact that I updated the prefab and not this guy. So I know that Matthew said sometimes if you change the prefab, the instances of those prefabs will also change, but not always. So this might be one of those not always situations. Let's do this. Let's delete him. And we shouldn't have to do anything special to him, right? Because he has all of his states, all of his behavior. That's all attached to him already. So we should just be able to do pretty much this. And then we got to place him. And now, let's see what he looks like. It's a beautiful day outside. Okay, let's see.
Freeze! You're under arrest.
Okay, stop looking at me.
I'll find you.
Okay, now he's going to turn around. Okay, now I want to look at him from the side. Okay. I think it could be a little bigger. Let's modify him. So if I do this, let's try 0.5. And then if I do 0. Let's just start over. Okay. Now I wonder if I change the prefab, if he'll update now. So let's go. Let's try that. Go to the prefab. All right. Let's try. Let's go with 6. I think that's a good size. So in that case, the prefab, I think the prefab did get updated. Not sure says, I wish there was a way to force update instances of the prefabs. Yeah, it would be nice, but I kind of get why there's not, or at least there would be some code needed, because if you drag your prefab onto the scene, but then you want something special on a particular prefab, you don't want updating the prefab to necessarily overwrite that. So yeah, so there would have to be, and they could do it. There could be some menu option like overwrite prefabs, or something like that. Ignore custom prefabs or whatever. They can make it happen for sure.
Freeze!
I think that looks pretty good. It might be a little too big, but
I'll find you.
Okay, I just need to change his rotation because he's he's looking at the wall. They're like, yeah, no, yeah, you need to look at the wall, young man. That's what you need to do. You're looking at the wall. Item is rotation. That's going to be about the y-axis, and we can just literally turn them around. My mom wants McDonald's for breakfast. The problem is the closest McDonald's is like a half hour away. Now I kind of want McDonald's too, but I've already had my oatmeal. Okay, watch this. Oh, damn it. Okay, why don't we add some... But it actually should only make the sound when it actually has a contact, right? They should only... So let's go over to free sounds and find something. Does crouch still work? Not sure, says. Razman says McDonald's is like Java. No. 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 I'm thinking. For some reason, I think Panera Bread is Java. McDonald's is like JavaScript. I'm not sure why. I don't know. I have to think about that. Does crouch work? It does, but it's very instantaneous. So there's no transition. So I'm gonna write a bug and I'm assigning that to you. Not sure. All right. Oh, I heard another bug. I was really annoyed by the like. God damn it! Where are my forward markers? Let's see. After crouch. I don't know if the crouch. I don't know how long the crouch has been broken. Crouch. Now when you do a crouch, the point of view changes immediately. Before, it used to lerp to the position in a smooth transition, but now it's very abrupt. Why can I not? Not sure 2505. Maybe I have to add you to the project somehow. I'm not sure about that. Oh, what was I watching the other day? I was watching something the other day where not sure was the name of a character, and I was like, is that where he got it from? God damn it. What was it? Oh, that's going to bug me, but I was watching some show, YouTube video thing. I was watching some thing, and one of the characters named was Not Sure. God damn, that's going to drop. I remember thinking, like, what the hell? I was like, that must be where this motherfucker got that name. I remember thinking that, and now I can't remember what it was. Idiocracy. Yes. 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 Idiocracy. Yes. Yes. I was watching videos about President Camacho. Yes. That's right. That's right. Yes. Okay. Okay, so maybe I have to add you to the project somehow. Let's see. Collaborators and teams, okay. Where is the GitHub app? Okay, so manage access, organization access, direct, add people. So not sure 2505. Perfect. So I will make you recommend for contributors to actively push to your project. To manage repository without access. I don't know if I trust you guys committing to master just yet. Recommend for contributors who actively push to your project. Recommend for contributors who need to manage issues in pull requests without write accesses, but I assume you can still open up and then what is Matthew's name? Matthew Vale. Matthew Vale. So let me see. Really? Strange. Okay. Oh, maybe because you haven't accepted the invite. Maybe that's why I can't assign it right now. All right, I'll wait on that. For now, I'm just going to assign it to myself. Let's see. Okay. I wouldn't allow me to do commits to master. No, I think I could do a code owners file, but let's see, grok.com. Show me a code owners file where only a user named Zethon can merge PRs/branches to master. I think it's just a matter of putting my name in it. I've used them before. I've used code owner files before, but I don't remember. The line /master specifies the user is the sole code owner for the master branch. This means only can approve and merge. Okay. Okay, so let's do that. I don't feel like reading all of these. Like, I have no patience, and when things are like, oh, you need to set this up, and in order to set this up, read this short novel, then type a short novel. Now you got to read this other short novel and write an essay about the short. Like, that's what I see when I look at this, and when I see this, I'm like bypass list. Exempt roles, teams, and apps by this rule set. I'm already confused. Like, okay, so the bypass list is a list of people who this rule does not apply to. Okay, perfect. Targets. Which branches do you want to make the rule set for? Okay, I guess. Okay, let's try. Okay, add bypass. Okay, so for me, I need to. Okay, so let's say nobody's on the bypass list. Okay, so enforcement active. Evaluate this rule set to trial rule. Wait, okay, we're going to do active. Okay, target branches. Branch determining which branches will be protected by this rule set. Use inclusion patterns. Okay, so I simply want include default branch. Yes, excellent. Rules. Which rules should be applied? Okay, branch rules. Oh Jesus. Restrict creations. Only allow users to bypass. No, only allow users with bypass permission to create matching refs. What's a ref? Restriction, okay, restriction deletes. Only allow users to bypass permissions to delete matching refs. What's a ref? What is a ref? Is it talking about resources? Is it talking about files? Is it talking about branches? Yeah, I'm ignoring that. I'm already confused, and I don't have the patience to sit down and understand it. Okay. Crouch kind of works. Okay. So not sure if you get a. Okay, you just accept it. Okay, perfect. I was gonna say if you let me see. I'm curious if I can assign an issue to you now. Excellent. That's yours. I'm removing my. Wait, no. How do I remove my name? I want to remove my name. Perfect. I don't want any responsibility for that bug. I'm kidding. I keep looking over here like the camera's over here. The camera's here. Actually, let me see. Oh boy. Okay, never mind. Oh wait, no. Yeah, I know there's no. I know there's no cheat. No, I know there is no need to change anything. I was just curious if I could use the camera on my iPad as the camera for the video. It doesn't look like it works very well though. A ref is a reference to a specific commit or object in the Git repository. It's essentially a pointer to help Git track branches. So it's basically a commit. And I think the problem here is also... Sneak past those guys. I think our green guy, I don't think he has an eyeball either. Yeah. But we should know how to fix that, right? So let's see if we can... He's not a prefab. I thought he was, but he's not. I guess we can make him one. But no, let's just change this for now. So this is the prefab there. The material looks messed up. So what if I do this? Remove unused property, which I thought I did, but it doesn't seem to take. And then I go to materials, black circle material. Okay. But then then look, he gets the squiggly things. He gets the squiggly thing. Why does he get the squiggly things? Do I have to change? It would also help if I knew what this, if it was a sphere. All right. We'll do that. We'll disable it. We'll add a sphere. 3D object sphere. Okay, easy. Forward marker 2. Easy, easy. Okay, now we should be able to add the black circle material to it. So now, perfect. And now we should just be able to adjust. Okay, that should be pretty easy. Okay, scale. Refs are stored in .git refs directory of a repository and are used to identify the state of the repository at a given point. Delete and read. Okay. Now see, he should be looking at me. See, look, he's turning. So the forward marker is actually not pointing forward. That's, and he's moving too. All right. So that forward marker is actually not pointing forward. So I'm going to hope that is forward. Because God forbid there be an easy way. When the eye is big, it looks like an Among Us character. Yeah, it does. I think they already do. It's just because they're capsules. The guards didn't see me. Yeah, like, he's looking at me. It's just the eye is not in the right place. And he's moving. Okay. One thing I can do is I could look at this. I don't know if you guys knew it or not, but I am an excellent dancer. All right, I think I'm about to get off of here, and I'm gonna go do my, gonna get my steps in because I'm old and I gotta get my steps. Okay, this is a lot better though. Yeah. Okay. So we got that working. Let's go ahead and push this code. What do we have? The black circle material is good. This, I think we can probably delete this, but I'm going to leave it alone for now. I don't think we need this. We're going to be brave and remove this. Okay, so they're both looking at me. And then he's looking at me. Okay. Good. Alright, so I think we fixed Matthew's mess. The utter mess that he made out of everything. I don't know what changes I did in game Unity. Oh, I deleted some stuff, added some stuff. Okay, yeah, because we remember we removed the prefab, we added it back, so that's all there. Okay, so let's see. Fixed issues of the NPC's forward marker that disappeared. What? Oh, I know what the issue is. All right. It's because of the code owner's file. All right, boys. I think that is going to be it for me for now. I think I'm going to close that. I think we're looking good. We're kind of back where we started, but now we got to figure out why these objects are moving. I don't quite get that. Like, everything's moving. Woo. Whoa. What happened to my water? I think Matthew said that he just flattened it and I have to redo the water. Oh man. Okay, it's not that bad. It's not like I was emotionally attached to the water that I had there. Or the trees. What happened to the trees? Wow. I think we'll have to find new trees for the renderer. Yeah, there's not even any trees. Alright, well, whatever. We'll figure it out. I'll play around with that later today. But for now, I'm either going to go get back in bed or I'm going to go on to do my old people. I'm going to go do my... I'm old, so my exercise is walking to make sure my legs still work. That's what I'm going to go do. Trees and water was nuked as per his commit message. Yeah, I think you're right. I think I recall that. So we'll have to redo that. And wait, is the terrain... Did he adjust the terrain height? Because I had to... One thing that was annoying is I had to move the terrain... In order to create the water, I had to move the terrain up so that I could dig under. So that I could, like... Because the terrain was flat, so I couldn't dig because it was at the bottom. So I had to make the terrain height 1,000 and then move the terrain to like 600. It was annoying. It was really annoying. It wasn't that terrible, but I mean, now that I know what I need to do, if I need to do it again, I can do it. I just want to see if I have to. Oh, it was under terrain, and then there's terrain settings. Is this terrain settings? No, it's neighborhoods. Terrain settings. Yeah, okay, so that's all still the same. So I should be able to dig with no problem. Terrain height 600. So can I dig? He adjusted the terrain height to 50. Well, this says the terrain height is 600. Let me see if I can dig. Which one is it? Is it paint terrain? Raise lower. Okay, let's see. Okay, I can dig. So... There, just a lake that just drops off. Just a cliff. Right on the edge. Let's see what that looks like. I'm not saying that's what we're going to go with. I'm just saying. I just say it. We're going to look at it. I just want to look at it. Okay, where is it? Actually, kind of would be cool to kind of like have like cliffs, like so you have to walk down to get to the water. Actually, not terrible. Anyway, I really do wish I could design the city. I really wish I could design the city and like city skylines and somehow import that into Unity. Let's see. No, there's. I was going to ask AI. We need fall damage. Yeah, we do. We do. I would imagine that's pretty easy to do. Let me see. How can I inflict damage when the player falls too far? Oh, okay, so you're literally just looking. So when the gravity gets to, you're tracking the gravity, and then if your vertical velocity is too high and then it stops, then you inflict damage. That's not bad. That's not bad. I mean, that makes sense. Yeah, measure velocity just before is grounded is true. Yep, exactly. Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense. And then so where could we have that? I think it would make sense to do it in the player movement script. Let me look. Maybe not. Maybe not. Because it's all about mouse and keyboard movement. We'll figure it out later. Or I might do it tonight. Actually, that might be a fun thing to do. All right, boys. Thanks for watching. I'm going to go on a walk before I fall asleep because I feel like if I sit here longer, I'm going to doze off and fall asleep on the keyboard. And I'm going to resist. I have to go upstairs because my mom has this beautiful upstairs. It's basically its own apartment. And so that's where I've been staying. And so all my stuff is up there, but that's also where the bed is. So I have to go up there to put like my shorts and shirt on so I can go on a walk. But it's where the bed is. And it's like, oof, that's a tough decision. You know, put my walking gear on or get in bed. What would you do? Let me know what you would do. Actually, you know what? I don't know who's in the chat, but here, I'm gonna put it up to a poll. Let's do that. When I finish the stream, should I take a nap? Go on a walk. All right. Not sure it says walk to bed. Oh, walk then bed. Oh, I thought you said walk to bed. Yeah, no, I should go on a walk. 100% say walk. Go and walk. All right, I'm going to do what that says. You know, I know that 100% is not sure. But all right. All right, boys. Thank you, fellas. Not sure if you want to I was gonna say if you wanted to do the falling gravity thing is the only thing I'm not sure where to put it. I'm not sure where it makes sense to put it. I'm hesitant to add a new script for it, but character controller. So I do have this terrain edge detector script, which maybe we could repurpose. This is broken now. I think it's broken. This is supposed to kill you when you get close to the edge of the script. I mean, edge of the terrain. Let me see. Player stats. Yeah, not there. Yeah, let's hold off on that. Maybe I'll play with it later. Anyway, it should go in FPS movement. Yes and no, right? Because I was looking at the FPS movement, and that's mostly about keyboard and mouse interaction and how the keyboard and mouse affect the movement of the player. It's not so much about tracking the player's movement as much as it is dictating, or it doesn't feel. I mean, like that was my knee-jerk reaction was to put it in there, but then looking at it, it doesn't feel right. I don't think it feels right in there because, like I said, this is all about mouse and keyboard interaction with the movement. So inflicting damage inside of that seems it doesn't seem right to me because this is all about. This is like one layer up, right? This is like, as far as this script is concerned, the player, like the player could be a tree, a car. I don't know how to explain it. It just doesn't feel right. It just doesn't feel right in there. We can add a stun feature after falling. Yeah, no, there's lots we could do. I'm so tired. All right, I'm gonna go on that walk. I'm gonna go on a walk, and then I'm gonna get in bed. That's what I'm gonna do. That's a good idea. And then you should also get off the computer and go on a walk. I think, you know what? We're all going on a walk. How's that sound? Let's all go on a walk. Get your walking shoes on. Let's do it. I agree the code should be as isolated, independent as possible. Yeah, I think so. So maybe a new script. And then other things would go in that script, like the fall and then the stun thing you talked about obviously would go there. And where are we handling when the player gets shot? That might be players. Oh, no. We're not we don't handle that. We just get, I think it's in player stats, it's quote unquote handled, but we don't really say, there's nothing that really says, hey player, you've taken damage. It's kind of like other things are setting, oh yeah, because, well, here's the take damage. Yeah, I think maybe we need a new script. A script that is more about the player interacting with the environment. Like, think about, like, if you wanted the player to, like, I'm not saying we're going to do this, but say that, you know, you wanted to have weather states where it gets cold, and then you want the cold to affect the player. That would go in the same script. That handling, that would probably go, that would make more sense to go in the same script as the falling logic and that kind of thing. So, anyway, all right, boys. Get outside, go on a walk, especially you, Not Sure. It's beautiful outside. If it's beautiful here, you're only like 40 miles away, 60 miles away. So I'm sure it's beautiful where you're at too. So I'll talk to you later, guys. Bye.